Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another Rome 2 Total War siege battle. So this is the first time I've actually done a multiplayer siege battle. This was against the CPU because for obvious reasons well, let me get this done a little bit better. So for the first time I wanted to make sure that Wolfsweb, who is playing as the Selucids, had a bit more understanding of what can happen in these kinds of things, and next time we are actually going to have a look at fighting against actual players. But for right now it is just do what we can and make sure that he understands what we can and cannot do during the battles. So to pretty much get this all set off, so we are up against Nabatea and the Icenii. I am playing as Kush and Wolf is playing as the Seleucid Empire. So Nabatea and the Icenii both have two sets of giant ballista. I let the AI pick whatever things that they had going on, so you know, very heavy siege towers and ladders, and then of course two battering rams, in which I wish I had something to actually paint to where we go to, but unfortunately it is not working on this. So obviously they can then bring one ram to here, one ram to here, and obviously I couldn't use the fecking artillery, which really pissed me off. So I'll keep talking while this is going. So I had the ability to put these African bastion ballista on. I really wanted to use them, but unfortunately I couldn't, and it really did my tits in. So what happened here? So obviously for being AI, I am not a huge fan of actually defending on top of the walls against AI, especially when they've got ballista. Well, really against anybody, unless of course they don't have ballista and it is just ladders and siege towers, then I can usually get away with it, and I'm usually okay with pretty much everything that's going on. So I decided on my side of the the city, I decided to defend the right side of the wall, and Wolf decided to defend the left. Obviously he's put up some choke points here, got some thorax swordsmen at the back just as a defensive measure. He's got some Persian light archers, another set of silver shield swordsmen, which I wasn't sure was a good idea at the time to keep, but at the same time they are very heavy units, and I have to be honest, they are pretty bloody amazing. Obviously he's got another set here as well, just to be able to defend the two sections he has coming through to, well, coming around the long way towards the actual city centre. So I was like, right, okay, that seems fair enough. I've then of course have my cavalry venture forth into this area here, or roughly around here, sorry. Oh no, it looks like this stopped. And the reason why was obviously because I wanted to figure out if I could take out these ballistas before they actually did any damage with their shots. So at this point in time I have set up my archers already, and they're already firing. Unfortunately I didn't notice they were firing. I did think that I'd actually turned their fire at will off, but thankfully it worked out in the end, because we started peppering these heroic nobles. I know a lot of you have already seen what heroic nobles are like. Rome 2 Total War, they're an absolute ball ache to deal with. Obviously we've also got Persian light archers firing up on here as well as my own. So we have 2 sets of archers just pelting the living hell out of these nobles. While we've also got these Nabatea axe warriors coming to take the gate. So I did tell Wolf to try and defend the gate as much as he could, but in the end he unfortunately didn't. But I did tell him to at least put down these countdowns. So it reduces movement speed for cavalry. So if any enemy cavalry came through, they'd get absolutely peppered. But obviously he's got his both sets of archers aimed and ready to go. But they are absolutely peppering these Nabatean axe warriors, and these heroic nobles are getting absolutely massacred by Wolf's archers. I then told my archers to actually stop firing for a second and start aiming at these guys on the top of the wall. Obviously, heroic nobles are a pain in the arse to deal with. So let's go to a different style. Let's actually talk about what I brought in. So I brought in these disciples of Epidemic, which are amazing light infantry. Absolutely amazing. I didn't think I'd actually need them as much as I did in this fight. I was actually more reliant on my leopard warriors. Not really my swordsmen. My swordsmen were mostly there as cannon fodder just to try and defend this game. But I was really counting on these Showtail warriors and the armoured Showtail warriors that I brought into the fight. I think I have them here. Yeah. So I have these armoured Showtail warriors, which have absolutely amazing armour piercing damage.
Engage!
Yeah, they're absolutely amazing. And I just thought, oh yeah, I'm not going to need any more troops other than that. And then obviously I saw this happening, and I just thought, well, that's funny, you're bringing in medium spearmen to defeat something that I can't shoot. Okay, cool. So obviously this lot had just gone, yeah, I'll go and attack your little ballistas. And I saw this archer tower and I just went, I could probably do something about this. But I didn't think that the enemy would actually come rushing down here, but I'm pretty sure they do. So let's go have a look at what Wolf's centre is looking like. Looks like he's just absolutely butchered them. Well, on my point, the enemy had actually been targeting me from the very beginning. I brought in 2 sets of swordsmen, I believe. Yeah, I had 2 sets of swordsmen, one for up here. I actually, unfortunately you didn't get to see it, but I did actually have some balls of fire set up here. I rolled them in, and I think I only burnt like 15 maybe of the enemy's troops, because they were actually rushing me and I didn't want to lose out on setting down all those fireballs. So I actually set 4 of them off first, and then the last one didn't go off, so I set that one off. It killed like 2 more enemy. I'm going to breakage here. I mean, they did okay for defending. I didn't expect much to move from this enemy. Only did 27 damage, and then of course I got some other absolutely brilliant defense, especially if you actually put them in their square formation. But I didn't at this point in time, because I was actually playing more for, I wanted a bit more range, and I wanted them to be able to actually defend this little bastion that we had here next to the walls. Obviously I've then brought in my armored Showtail warriors. From the looks of it here, Wolf has now actually gone in to defend this little section here from the enemy. They've nullified the archer towers, which is a pain, but it was bound to happen. Keep firing and firing and firing. My archers have more than likely run out of ammo by now. Yeah, these guys have started running back. They only lost 3 troops as well, which is bloody amazing with... how many kills did he get? 141 kills. That's pretty bloody good for a set of archers. I think they were even Royal Kushite. Yeah, Royal Kushite archers. 141 kills. Brilliant work of archers. Still got my Royal Kushite archers at the back, which is my general's unit. I've also got a set of Kushite pike, and I believe more leopard warriors there. My other set of Royal Kushite archers, they actually lost 10 men but got 108 kills, which is really good. We've got my now normal Kushite archers which are running up, and I'm guessing these guys only got 29 kills. I'm hoping that that's because I've kept them back, but if I remember right, I don't think I did. I think they just kept firing, and because of the arc that they were firing at, they weren't getting many hits, even though they were firing into an army pile of death. And I think the other thing as well is, what you guys haven't seen so far is what the Selucids have had to actually deal with. So the Selucids have actually just used their Thorax Swordsman, and he's firing his archers over into the dead backs of these desert hoplites, and they have no sorry, I think the desert cataphracts. So they shouldn't have actually come in there because of the counter-ups. I don't know if that will affect them because of how many troops he has. Wasting away there. Brought in my Showtime Warriors, put my shield wall formation. I've also got one of the set of Showtime Warriors here, also doing that. Now, here's the amazing thing. So these guys only lost 6 men. Bearing in mind, they killed 65 of the enemy. These guys have killed 12, 4 of which were them, so they've killed 8 so far. These guys are fucking ruthless. They've done so much damage. The melee attack alone is perfect. I mean, if you actually look at their armor, it's literally just lion's heads and nothing other than a piece of cloth covering their gonads and a leather shield. Absolutely amazing. They've lost 7 troops against this army of medium spears, so they're caravan. Yeah, absolutely brutal damage. I mean, 60 melee attack, but charge bonuses and melee defense, which is brilliant, and having net hits is amazing. So I knew that they'd do well against them, but I didn't know they'd do this well. They only actually lost 9 troops against a whole attack. Obviously the enemy didn't know that the traps were there, so I did actually pitfall a good few of their troops. It's 148, so that's 12 of their troops have already died. I'm now think I either push these guys in on them or I push these guys down. Pardon me again, I'm so sorry for and of course we've actually got another breakage here, being annihilated. I still haven't actually sent in my cavalry, which I'm surprised by. I'm absolutely positive that they were sent in before. Oh, hold on a minute. Ah, right, okay, so I'm sending in this fresh unit to take on this spear band. And I believe that I'm actually sending these guys to reinforce because these guys are about to actually break. Oh no, the leopard warriors are about to break. These guys have actually got 51 kills, so double what the other army has got. These guys are still holding, which is brilliant. Wolf is sent in, is Silver Shield Warriors, Thorax Swordsman, and Silver Shield Swordsman as well. And he's also got these Thorax Swordsmen, which have just defended against the, I think this is actually the Icenii general. I even believe that Nabatea brought in his general. Unless we've already killed Nabatea. Oh no, Nabatea general over there as well. We're also actually dealing with the general's army, whereas I was dealing with everything else at this point. What are the archers doing so far? Arch doing alright, they've got 78 kills so far, going up to 87. Arch is doing brilliant. These guys are perfect. They've lost one troop and they've already routed these fucks. And they've got 100 kills already. These guys are absolutely brilliant. Here comes my cavalry. My Desert Light cavalry, they're only a cheap melee cavalry unit that I wanted to send in against these Briton Scorpions. So these Briton Scorpions, they don't actually, if I remember right, I don't think they actually kill anyone. But I was worried that they would actually start trying to push them up either to here or here. And I really didn't want them pushing up into this area here. I really did not. Because I knew for a fact that if they brought them in here, they would annihilate what was left of my troops. Obviously the Icenii and the Nabateans had actually rushed more of their units to try and take out my Shoto warriors. Which, I get it, I understand why they're doing it. They want more traction coming in from here because they're not actually pushing through here. So I've actually got my Shoto warriors in shield formation. I've then of course got these leopard warriors in square formation, and then of course these guys in a shield formation. But of course after this battle down here, 108 kills. Just from these disciples of Epidemic, which are absolutely amazing unit. 10 kills, 10 dead, sorry, for here, and 106 kills for these guys. Perfect. I think I then told these guys to either attack here or here, just to try and give me a bit more of a chance. What I really should have done, just as a thought now, was bring them along here and actually bring them along the back and just stop messing up these units. I knew that Wolf could defend. I mean, he's still got the majority of his army. He never even had to use half of his army in this, if I remember right. I'd actually brought back all my archers. I had a set of Kushite pikemen just standing about. Another set here. Wolf now eventually sending out his cav, which I think it was mostly due to the fact that he was actually more concerned about what was going on at the gates more than anything else. I've taken out these scorpions. These scorpions didn't get a single kill, thankfully. These guys getting 96 kills, not losing a single troop yet. Just pushing in, killing off all these Eastern Ballista, which really needed to happen. Even if they didn't have any ammo left, there's still a unit that could harass me. Even just 1 or 2 kills would have done me in. Then of course I brought in these guys. I brought in my disciples of Epidemic. Absolutely amazing. But these 19 enhancement actually did not much damage, but they held for quite a long time. Then of course I brought in these guys. And at this point in time I found out about their special ability, which was absolutely fucking devastating. Just ripped through the enemy like it was literally like a hot knife to butter. Beautiful, beautiful work by them. But the funny part is that this is, well, it's a shit show really. I shouldn't have just left my Shoto warriors by themselves. I do wish I had an archer unit behind, or at least had these guys ready as a backup before they were losing. But I've also sent up another set of Shoto warriors. Enemy are running away, Nabatean slingers. I've got the enemy general actually now coming back in. Nabatea's general. They've got a set of noble swordsmen there, but obviously trying to defend against, trying to attack the Selucids units was just a stupid idea. I'm surprised that Wolf didn't actually start sending up more troops. I thought the enemy would have actually gotten through a lot quicker, but they didn't. So Wolf actually had a lot of his troops set up and ready to go. Yeah, he had 3 units here, and then of course another set of archers which haven't even been used yet. I think these guys have pretty much fired everything that they already had, which was a shame. They only got 2 kills. More Thorax Swordsmen. Yeah, he just brought in Thorax Swordsmen, Spearmen, and I believe he brought in some Pikemen, which we never got around to using, unfortunately, for this side. Yeah, it's a shame, really. There were a good set of units that I actually kept back, so I still hadn't used my Royal Kushite archers yet. Still hadn't used any of my pikemen. But this holdout was brilliant. This is what I like about these types of things. Perfect has actually brought out his cavalry to actually take out those Nabatean contests. I then decided, as soon as all this cav aren't going to get any more uses specifically, I thought I'd charge in and help surround the enemy on the Wolf side, and then I believe that Wolf sent in his citizen cavalry into the backs of the enemy on my side to try and help him to get them. So obviously these are only light melee cav, they're not supposed to do much damage, but for a rear cavalry charge it will do damage kind of well. I decided, you know what? I know that we've still got more than enough troops to defend against whatever army they have left. Because of how much the enemy army likes to crowd in, especially the enemy NPCs, they really love cramming into the wall, cramming into the gatehouses, and they really love just pouring out onto here. So I just went, right, keep my troops up here, fire on the enemy when they try to come through, and as you can tell, we did a bloody good job. We butchered quite a few of the Nabatean, but the majority ended up being the Icenii on this wall. And of course, we do have a lot of Kushite swordsmen dead here. Obviously, we lost a lot of Shotai warriors, and of course the leopard warriors as well. But I noticed that this was breaking, but I didn't have anyone really turn up. I wasn't really too worried, because by this point we'd actually started to push the enemy in from the actual dead centre of the gate into this little funnel of a corridor. And I knew that, oh well, if the enemy come round, I'll just send my armoured Shotai warriors over that way and they'll defend until I need to. But I didn't do that, because the enemy did something extremely weird for me anyway. So, you'll be able to see what they do just from this point, but we held Disciples of Epidemic, Epidemic and my armoured Shotai warriors just racking up kills. I mean, the Disciples were absolutely phenomenal. 332 kills, 265, and just counting. These guys were going up as well. Just phenomenal. So I went, right, I see what these guys are doing. Saw the enemy coming down with some levy freemen that had actually passed through from where our Shotai warriors and our leopard warriors had actually held for quite a long time. They'd actually held for the majority of the battle, but obviously I saw, oh shit, enemies coming down here, I need to defend, and then I was like, oh god, we've got the chariots coming down, my men couldn't get there in time. Thankfully these guys get here before any of the actual enemy units get down, which is great. We actually messed up another one of their units. The enemy general hadn't actually died yet. This guy here, I believe, is actually their general. And the funny part is
disengage!
We got here.
Into pike phalanx, man!
My archer started to fire. The enemy general just got absolutely butchered here. Enemy general died there. He was actually the last man standing in that one. Got my pikemen into formation just in time. I then kept my Royal Kushite archers ready to fire
the
on them.
skies! Quick, reload!
So I actually got these guys to fire first, and they went straight for the heroic noble unit, which really needed to be done. The enemy have this, like, they have the audacity to attack me up front, close and personal, which I found funny because my pikemen didn't care, and neither did my Royal Kushite archers. They actually, I think they actually get another volley off now, and they start to break. Yeah, here we go. Here's a break. The enemy actually started to break altogether. It was a worldwide break because at this point in time, Wolf had just killed off their enemy general, and then the enemy just routed. All the enemy units just routed. I really do hope you enjoyed that one. I really enjoyed this battle because it gave me a little bit of a taste of what type of strategy I can use. So I've seen quite a lot of different people try to do strategies on these city walls, and I found that whilst defending, I wouldn't say it gives you an advantage, because that's not always true, especially if you have the right unit types to attack a defending army. But for this lot, extremely easy for me and for Wolf, in both our opinions. We actually thought they'd get it a lot further with a lot more troops, but what I will do is show you the massacre that just ended here. So obviously on the right hand side of the screen where the centre mass for close victory is, you see all the enemy units routed, but it's just a massacre, an absolute butchering just in the corner here. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. I'm actually going to show you how many kills everyone got here. So for me, I lost 1,300 troops and got 2,500 kills. Now I want to point out that if it wasn't for my disciples, I would not have got to that many kills, neither for my Shotel warriors. If it wasn't for my Shotel warriors, and obviously my Kushite archers did brilliant as well. Well, 3 sets of my Kushite archers did well. My general didn't actually fire anything other than, I think it was like 4 volleys, as you guys saw. Still getting 40 kills. Like Desert Cavalry, 271 kills, but still to this day 362 kills by my disciples of Epidemic. Absolutely phenomenal. As you can tell, the enemy army didn't do well. Their Wreckham Palace Guards were their toughest unit that they had. I made sure to keep it as well, at least keep the Nabateans and the Icenii as strong as possible, just to give us a bit of a disadvantage in the fight. Obviously we had 140 less troops. Well, Wolf had 100 less troops in the Icenii. I had 160 less troops in the Nabateans. Yeah, we held so well. Showing this, his Silver Shield Swordsman, 466 kills, absolutely phenomenal. His archers, I'm not surprised because he only actually used 2 of, he didn't use 2 of them. Never used his general. I only used mine because it was an archer unit, otherwise they would have stayed back until the end. But yeah, 203 kills by the Thorax Swordsman, 466 and 342 by his Silver Shield Swordsman. They killed half of Nabatea's units, in my mind. And then of course, we also have Icenii. Icenii did actually better in my opinion, not for kills wise, but for actually holding for so long. They did such a good job. Their hold formation actually gave me a bit of a challenge, but not too much that I couldn't figure out what to do next, which was surround the enemy from, well, at least try to surround the enemy from at least 2 sides. And we did really well. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. As always, please remember to like, comment and subscribe. and please remember to put the notification bell on and tell anyone and everyone about me, because obviously I like attention. So thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate all of you. I hope to see you all next time, and goodbye.